Get the baby out. He's trying to sleep, so don't know if he's actually. I don't think he's actually asleep yet. But he's trying. Tried making my own hummus. It's not perfect yet, but it's not bad. This is the one I just came from. I'm going to be kind of annoyed. Yeah, it is. Because this one's not going to work. This is such bullshit. Like, I feel like you shouldn't be able to build on top of the bases. Like, let's try and get to, like, kind of to the other side of the planet. There we go. Somewhere to land, at least. Okay, this is different. There we go. Let's try that. It's definitely looking though like I might need to shift back to doing dedicated time with the baby in the morning though. All right. Knowledge of the past, that's most likely to get me what I need. Hey. And that's relatively close. There's one. Two. Three. And now the treasure. Whoa, I fell in my hole. Treasure. I do not think that counted as a ruin, though. Even though this is literally called a ruin. If this is the broken one, the one that somebody made a base on, I'm gonna be kind of really pissed off. I'm not gonna lie. I think it is. Yep. I was hoping there'd be a planet with gold, but I'm just gonna go to a different planet. Which planet looks cool? That looks kind of cool. gonna be the frozen one. There it is. Let's go to this planet. I need asteroids. Oh, there we go. There's a huge map. Okay. See how much we can get. Yeah, the baby's not asleep yet, but that's okay. I just want to make sure I have enough stuff to get me through the rest of the... Hey, old crow, how you doing? Okay, let me see how... You're okay? That's good. I'm okay. Yeah, it's my lunch. I mean, I'm a mixed bag, so I'm gonna start off with the shit. So swim class was awesome on Saturday, but while we were at the Y, somebody hit my car and knocked my side mirror loose. I was hoping that the shop would be able to just like pop it back on, but they're telling me, because the electronics and everything still work, but they're telling me no, because it's still there, it's just really loose. Like if I hit a speed bump, it might pop up, like pop off. Um, but there's like almost no visible damage. But they're telling, oh shit. But they're telling me that the whole thing is toast and needs to be replaced, which they can't do. So they're gonna get a quote from me for from like the like a dealer for the brand. But I had Mux, my husband, for those who don't know, look it up, and he's gonna see, like, he said that I have a Kia, and we found out that a lot of things on Kia are easily serviceable at home. Like, we changed the button on my trunk because it was broken. We changed my headlights. Like, we've done a bunch of stuff just on our own. And he looked it up, and he said that it actually doesn't look like it would be impossible for us to do. And then we can potentially get a replacement just on Amazon. Although the U-Pull stuff, I'll actually mention, give me a second, I'm gonna... Oh, on Amazon, there's no way we're getting the same color either. We don't even think that my color is available in the US. Because I've had the car for like 10 years now, which means I bought it when I'm in Canada. So, what we're leaning towards right now is buying one off of Amazon, and it looks like there's ones that should be compatible for anywhere from $50 to $100. Now, that really sucks because our income isn't great right now. Like, we're okay, but we're also trying to save up for a house. My husband doesn't currently make much, and I don't make a lot through this. But yeah. All you know is don't go through the dealer. The shop that I took it to isn't the dealer. But they seem to think that's the only place that I could potentially get the proper part for it. So, that said, he's gonna... Like, I already just told him that we're just gonna pick up the car. But he's going to try and get me the quote for getting it fixed by them. But there's a high chance that we're probably just gonna try and do it ourselves. And it's not gonna match, and I know that's gonna really piss me off and upset me. So the alternative is that we're gonna try and find some kind of paint that will work on it, and then I'll just make it look funky and cool. So... Oh no, well, and that's why I'm gonna get it fixed at all. Like, my other option was just to find an epoxy and, like, glue the fucker on. Because the electronics still work to, like, adjust the tilt and everything. It's just physically loose. So my other option, like, my other thought was just if, like, I was hoping they'd just, like, get some epoxy or something and just glue the part on. Because, like, so, as an example, like, so what happened is, you know how, like, a lot of cars now, like, I don't even know when this started, but, like, the mirrors can, like, snap in. So that exactly what happened to me doesn't happen. Like, they're supposed to snap in so they don't break, right? That part came loose. So it's just, like, completely loose on the, like, there's, like, a little, like, ring thing. It's just kind of sitting loose on that. Kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like this. Like if you just go like this. So it's just kind of like that. So it's not even bad. And the electronics still work and everything. So I was even wondering if we could just get some fucking kick-ass epoxy and just glue the fucker on. It won't be able to snap anymore, but I mean, it won't be broken. You know? But, I don't know. My husband will help me figure out the best option. We'll figure it out. We'll probably just order one and replace it, and then I will eventually get some paint to make it look cool. Maybe I can even make it look really cool and then paint the other side, the other mirror to match. That would be cool. That would actually be kind of cool. If I could find a paint that would work on both. Just paint the other side to match. It wouldn't match the body, but I could paint a design that would kind of go with the body. Like a cool race car. Hell yeah. No, that actually might be what I do. That could actually probably work. So there's my plan. So that's the bad. The good is that we're almost done Christmas. We're pretty much done Christmas shopping now. I just want to get the baby some Crayola markers because he loves coloring on stuff with markers. But we've got like everything else for him. We've just got to wrap it. So we'll probably try. We've got a few things semi-hidden upstairs that we'll probably try to bring down tomorrow because my husband's off. And then over the next like week, obviously, I'll have to make sure everything gets wrapped. And then I had my first GMing session, like real GMing session, not just like session 0, last Saturday, and I am told that it went nicely. So I'm very happy with that. Oh, I remember what I was doing. And I'm really excited about that because that is something that I do really want to try and get into. And I actually have a lot of fun too, so. GM, as in like Pathfinder. I ran my first ever Pathfinder session as a GM. Yeah. So I ran my first ever Pathfinder session as a GM. You heard jam. I mean, jam is good too. I'm actually eating homemade hummus right now. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. You ate hummus with your chicken? I used to do it. I'm trying to get back into doing it. I used to do it with for my lunch with just some naan and then like veggies, and that would be my lunch. Okay, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Red pepper hummus is my favorite as well. Although, I just made this with regular red pepper. I didn't roast it because I was lazy. And I just wanted to throw everything in my Ninja and hit go. Which I did. It's still good. Oh, I needed more of those battery thingies. Let's see, what can I put in my ship for now? I never actually have figured out how to use the repair kit. Oh, repair kit. Okay. Well, there we go. That was easy. Oops. All right. But yeah, so I GM'd a session of Pathfinder, the beginner box, and apparently at least one person said that I was pretty good and that they really enjoyed everything. I enjoyed it. Definitely some kinks to work out, but it went well. One is all you need. Well, and it's something that I really want to get into, but I have personality quirks, and if I get too harsh of criticism, then I know that I won't even bother trying anymore. or like I'll lose interest. It's just, I can't help it. Like, I went to college, when I was way young, much younger. And I started off with art fundamentals with the idea of getting into animation. Like 3D work. And one of my instructors gave me shit because people are not my strong suit. I'm good at like made up stuff and animals and that kind of thing. And it completely killed it, and I never went back. And then just recently I've been learning Blender, and apparently I'm pretty damn good at it. So it's like I could have potentially had an actual decent career if it wasn't for one jackass instructor. It is something I do still work on the side. Sometimes I do streams of it, but it's been a while. Now I'm just kind of settled on, like, me and my husband might try making a game, and like obviously I'll do all the art assets, he'll do the coding parts, and then we'll do the other stuff together. Huh. And then obviously right now I'm super into the GMing stuff, so if all goes well in the new year, I might try to do some streams of that. And then can I fly through here? That'd be cool. And then I don't know if there's any Brandon Sanderson, if you're a Brandon Sanderson fan, but sometime next year he's releasing his Cosmere RPG. So I'm super into his work, so that's one that I might try to pick up early and learn. You're still hoping you can get into a group of any kind. I mean, are you interested in Pathfinder? Because if you don't mind a newbie GM, I use, I'm currently learning to use Foundry. I have somebody who's given me, who's like kindly given me some access until I can afford my own copy of it. Yes and no. He's still learning D&D rules and they just changed them, and learning a whole new system seems daunting. I've never really done much of like one system until like now, when I've started trying to learn to GM Pathfinder. When I was playing, it was like every game was a completely different system. I don't know if you're familiar with Foundry, but they automate a lot of the stuff. So it really helps with like when you're playing with people that aren't super familiar with the rules. You have heard of Foundry. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm probably gonna, in terms of GMing, I might try to focus on Pathfinder and then the Cosmere RPG. The Cosmere one would be interesting because I'm actually really familiar with Brandon Sanderson's work. I just finished his last secret novel, and I'm now going to be working on rereading pretty much the entire Cosmere. Just because I want to. So Brandon Sanderson is the author who finished The Wheel of Time, but he's also known for his own stuff. Most famously the Mistborn series or Stormlight Archive. Yeah, Stormlight is his new, like, 10. I think he's planning on it being 10 books long. Nah, I love like large scale epic fantasy. Wheel of Time is one of my favorites of all time, so. But it sounds like it's gonna be in 2 5-book arcs. Like Mistborn, for example. There's actually like 6 or 7 Mistborn books. But the first 3 are like a distinct and separate story in one time period, whereas then the second 4, I think, I don't have them all, I only have the first one, are like a completely different arc and time period. For some reason these days you can't read much of anything. It's a huge show, you don't know why. I was running into the same problem. What I've started doing is, even if I only get through 1 chapter, I've started reading when I go to bed. And that's helped a lot. Even if I only get through 1 chapter. Because, like, I have, like, a little reading light or something, so if the baby or my husband's in bed, I can still, do it without, like, bothering anybody. But no, okay. So what's really cool about Brandon Sanderson's work is most of his books, they actually all take place in the same universe. Like the same galactic universe. And there actually are some characters that go between worlds. And one in particular is in almost, from what I've gathered, is in almost every one of his books. Hey, Aviv, how you doing? And so that's what his, like, he's just did a Kickstarter for an, a TTRPG, and that's what his is about. It's about that universe. So I'm, like, really excited for that. I'm hoping I can save up money to get it when it releases. I think the Kickstarter had Mistborn and Stormlight rulebooks ready to go. I mean, not too bad. We're talking about how I had my first Pathfinder GM session on Saturday. And about how the shop is saying that my mirror that's just like popped off the housing is completely unfixable and needs to be replaced. And how pissed off I am at that. So. Fine. And the baby may not be sleeping. I might need to change my schedule again to go live when he first goes down so that I can try to take him out more in the morning. Oh, of the Cosmere TTRPG? I know its Kickstarter finished, but it hasn't actually released yet. When it releases, it'll probably be in his store. Because it's not like you can do a TTRPG and only ever sell it once. That would not work very well. Yeah, I didn't get on it when it was still in the Kickstarter, unfortunately. I wish I had, but I wasn't sure about, like, I wasn't super into the thought of GMing yet, so. And it looks like it might be more narrative. Because I see, like, cards and, like, symbol dice. Kind of like a Star Wars game that I'm playing in right now. So that would actually be kind of cool for me to do both a Pathfinder and that as an option, because they'd be, if they're not both, like, the same style, then at least that gives a reason to do both. I'm getting distracted. I'm sorry, guys.
Technology recharge.
I just gotta fly around and look for what I need. Because it won't let me scan for it, because the one that's on my map right now somebody built a base on, so you can't actually use it. Because it doesn't refresh. So like, you can get to it, but it doesn't refresh because there's a base on it. So it's in like non-respawn mode. And that's why it was saying that it couldn't scan for another ruin for me. Hello Games used to be on it with that kind of stuff, but not anymore. I mean, this is just an expedition, so I get not, like, fully thing, because, like, this isn't going to be around forever. I just wish, like, the only thing I wish is that, like, you couldn't build on that, you know? I mean, I still want to play the base game, like not the expeditions, but I'm just so, I have so many games I'm playing right now. Oh, really? Well, here's something. And it does make sense. I do think I recall that. See if he'll let me do it now. I might just have to go to a different system. Like start heading towards the next checkpoint. I think that's what I'm gonna do. It'll be easier than trying to get it to clear. I mean, to be fair, this game, like, they took this game a lot further than a lot of other places would have. And just the fact that there's never been a paid DLC. Like, I'm already just waiting to be able to throw my money at them for Light No Fire. Like, if anybody wants to see what that game is like before they buy it, I am planning on pre-ordering it and playing it like release day. So, give me a quick second. I'm just gonna pop this in the fridge. I finished my food, so. You're kind of so mad there's no new stuff for Cyberpunk. What I was upset about with Cyberpunk was that they said that because of the issues with the game at launch, they were going to give the DLC for free. And then as soon as they got goodwill back, they stopped with just the useless cosmetic DLC, and their first actual content DLC was paid. That's the problem I had with that. Because if you look at the precedent that I see was Division. Division had same issues. On launch, it was considered like a huge flop. But, you know, like a lot of places don't do anymore. They actually did work to fix it. But they actually just flat out gave all of the content for free in the Division. Like the first one. It was all free. You did get the big DLC for free. Well, how'd you nail that? I did not, so I still haven't played the Cyberpunk DLC. If I could get a hold of it, I'd probably do another run of Cyberpunk. You have to buy it before a certain point? I mean, I had Cyberpunk itself pre-ordered or something. Like, it was bought for me for Christmas, and I'm pretty sure it was pre-ordered for me as a Christmas gift. But I don't know about the DLC, not the DLC itself, no. Really, no ruins? Go to a different planet system then. All you have to do is download it, but you're hoping for more. Because I know that the big DLC that I'm thinking about, like, apparently it did add, like, a whole new area and, like, quest line and stuff. But, again... like, I enjoyed the game, but... I enjoyed the gameplay, but I felt like the game wasn't as deep as they let on initially. To me, it wasn't this big open world RPG where your choices mattered, like I felt like was implied. To me, it was a lot more linear. Like, it was essentially a linear game, where you could just do things in different ways, but it was still all, like, everything still resulted in largely the same result. Everything still... You read the Gibson books, the world is here. Oh, I have no doubt that the books are good, like, bigger. But I'm talking specifically about the game. But that said, I love the gameplay. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the gameplay. I went, I can't remember exactly what what I spec'd into. But, like, I went shotguns and like, scythe blades, like mantis blades. And, like, that was hella fun. So... feel like these days people are almost like too afraid to say that like something was good and bad at the same time. You know, like something can be two things at once. It can be good at one thing but really bad at another. It's like Mass Effect Andromeda. I really love the gameplay of Mass Effect Andromeda with the playstyle that I went with. And I didn't hate the story either, but like, yes, there were a lot of issues with it as well. Did they change the point system? Yeah, see, I have no idea about the DLC because I played it on release and then didn't play it afterwards. Mostly just because I have so many games I want to play, and then I have a lot of like regulars that I like to come back to. That it does make it hard to go back and play through a story game. Even if I don't have the DLC, if I go back to it now, it'll be different. See that? I mean, okay. I don't know if I will like it as much, but the fact that it will be different at least is a reason to go back.